what I'm doing.
It's okay. Until I built this deck that I'm playing, that was what I did every time I hopped on Tam's stream. So.
All right, Nil, go ahead and
build
mute us
decks
up
while I was watching his stream, and then it would just randomly.
You're...
One of the ones I built to play.
All right, see you, dude.
Yeah. The first deck I built, someone was just like, wait, what's this? Search.
Who won the last game? It was Big Man, right? All Might won?
I was like...
Yes, yeah.
All Might won. Okay. And then
The
we're going to make a
Texas matches.
prediction now. Who wins? We got Balls versus Babe.
There we are.
Babe 2.
Babe 2? We'll do Babe 2.
I don't know if they actually
obviously-
made a Babe 2 movie.
Babe 2? Babe in the big city?
Is that is that actually a movie?
I have no idea.
I thought you were like Airbud 2ing me or something. It's like, is that a real movie?
Hold
I
on.
gotta Google it now. Hold on.
Babe 2. Pig in the City? I was so right! how awesome! How awesome! James Cromwell was the farmer.
The farmer.
Oh,
Yeah. Is he dead now or is he alive?
that's a great question.
I think he's dead now. I'm not.
I hope he's not dead.
No, he's
'cause his
alive.
Years
He's
active
82.
is 1960 to present. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, look at all these old actors.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not
Anyways,
relevant.
welcome
Okay.
to the Babe 2 Babe in the City podcast.
Ochaco in the city.
We are hanging out, telling you all the deep lore.
All right, put me coach, but actually wait like 15 at least back in the line. Me.
Barrett, how much Mineta practice have you had?
I've actually had a little bit. I've had a local player that jammed some games against it and has not changed my mind on how the character works. This was without Tongue Whip, obviously. Tongue Whip being an incredibly good lead for this character because it's actually a attack that starts the card in the card pool chain without having to waste your foundations that do it, right?
Yeah.
So adding that card makes the deck very real. I obviously think that means we're playing underwater. And part of the other thing that I like about the Mineta deck is it has very good damage. And the fact that, like, if you choose to play Eat My Sticky Balls, it's an 8 base damage. Playing things like Tape Swing for a use for your momentum. It plays throws, not just including his throw, but you can play the Cero throw, right? So,
right.
And so, like, it's very much like how I would describe. So I also have a Cero deck under order. And
Did we choose
the way
to fail? What? We chose to fail our 4th foundation?
I guess more so afraid of, like, if we let Ochaco hit on that first attack, then they get it back, right? So Mineta for the minus speed wanting to be used just to counteract the Ochaco enhance.
I mean, I guess we have we literally have a card that says commit a foundation, cancel that ability.
Yeah, it's definitely a choice, right?
Yeah, I don't agree with it, but I also got rolled the last time that Kyle played the deck against me, so I can't say much.
Right. I think more so the concern is going to be that, like, if a mid attack gets thrown, Kyle only has high and low, or irrefutable has a low, right?
No, it's a low. Yeah. He's got low 2 highs.
Okay, so the only attack being Monster Blast here is really rough for Ochaco because that attack doesn't do anything.
It is a mid attack though. So
it is a mid.
It will hit.
But I definitely think Ochaco building here is the play, and that's what it seems to be. So we're gonna have a slightly extended beginning of the game, whether both players opt to build twice, basically, before we start actually see attacks being thrown, which is fine. It's just a different pace to play universes. But so the thing about the Mineta deck, though, is that it hits a lot harder with tape or with tongue whip. And these throws, it's about incremental poking, right?
Right.
And then eventually, if we hit the longer chains because we built enough cards, it can just, like, dumpster damage while your opponent's trying to block your extended chains because you're just loading all these cards in the card pool. Ochaco 2 with the once per turn commit for minus speed. I don't know if that's going to be enough to, like, kind of really go for that. The readying foundations will help. I think what's more so going to be better is the 33 health will be a factor in the beginning of the game, especially. It will, in my opinion, it'll probably deter Mineta trying to deal as much damage as possible, and more so having to do a poke pass kind of thing.
Checks. Any responses?
Man, going for the Monster Blast first, or it's not Monster Blast. I was the attack in hand is Monster Blast, and this is the 3 diff, right?
Alright. I always need to like recall what water cards do. I see.
Yeah, this is a weird lead-in. Sorry, I was talking to Christopher Bromley.
No, he's
Oh,
good.
no,
He's
I
good.
can't. That's my first
Kind
place.
of weird to
Yeah.
not launch with
Okay,
the long-lasting explosion, make it a 7 mid, and just like trying to jam it down his throat.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, right? So, because the long lasting is the one that your opponent's going to be like, oh, I have to block this, right? But if I
Right.
block this, then the next thing's scary, and then that's the thing they can loop
Right.
or play again. But I think the cool thing here is you don't want to block this. This attack is wimpy. But if you don't block it, Ochaco can pick it back up and then play it immediately again, and then the first effect is live. Because the first attack
Yeah.
dealt,
Yeah.
right? Or
it dealt damage. That's so funny.
add this attack to your minimum after resolves, only playable if your first attack this turn dealt damage. And it was the first attack, just in a separate instance. So, again, I think that's kind of the cheeky loop play here.
Yeah.
And then after that second one resolves, it goes straight to momentum. So the card pool clearing kind of coolness going on with a little wimpy poke attack. I think it's just whether or not, like, do we want to bait these...
Discarding 2 attacks is a little sus here, huh?
I see. Yeah.
She has kept Nil, as Ochaco has kept plus Ultra in her hand since turn 1. She's been a 4-hander for the first 3 turns of the game.
Right. Starting off with the build 3 and then the second turn building 3, right? Yeah, I think
you
it's-
really
I already did my second
chat at home. Review your actions, please. Get rid of them. They're not that good.
Yeah, there's very niche circumstances where you can hold on to your actions by not reviewing them, but like it's actually kind of in standard. It's like actions are a lot stronger than they are here in MHA, and like one of the easiest ways to win games are from your opponents holding on to action cards. And if you know that they're kind of playing a deck that holds on to those action cards, you can just make it to where they never have a good opportunity to use them, and they're stuck in their hand. And you don't have to worry about blocking attacks.
Yeah, and it's frustrating as somebody watching and being like, unless you are so like your opponent has such an impactful play, like not to toot my own horn again, right? Like plus Ultra saved me versus a Shigaraki that gave a move plus 8 speed off of an EX, right? And that move was gonna do 100 damage and kill me, and the only way that I could live is I had the plus Ultra. Right, or you're fighting against Ida, or you're fighting against Eraserhead, right? With these unbelievable burst speeds, not burst speed, reciprocal bursts. You like, I could see you clutching onto that card, but you're fighting against Mineta, who like doesn't care if you block his move, and he wants you to block his move. Please block, I'm begging.
I think that's the worst part too, is like in this specific matchup, like plus Ultra doesn't feel as good because if there's like 3 cards in your card pool, that block is still on an 8 because it only reduces the speed and it's still got a plus 5 block on it. So like it's definitely interesting.
Yeah, 100%.
I will call out over on Mineta's board, having Frozen built. We actually what had happened last turn is that the first attack was actually, or is that not?
It's for self-assured.
Self-assured. Sorry.
It's
Self-assured
the
being
same
built.
art. It's crazy.
Yeah. But what I was gonna say is having that kind of card is actually incredibly strong against Ochaco too. Being able to choose what zone this attack is gonna be for him to block it, so she can't start dealing damage and looping stuff.
Right.
So like that's actually what happened is the 3 diff was changed to a low, and Mineta blocked with an observant student, which is an incredibly easy block, and we changed it to a low so that it didn't happen, so that Ochaco doesn't get to pick it back up, and it's not live like the cool little play that we did. It also didn't really help that Ochaco, like we said, discarded those 2 attacks to draw 2 new cards.
2 mid.
Miss
So it was
Kant, welcome to the
definitely
chat.
A little awkward.
Nice to have you.
Blocking with the long lasting here.
Checks
Nitro.
What a disgraceful use of this card.
Or, well, yeah, it's
Blocking with it?
Blocking with it.
How dare them?
How dare they?
All right, so Mineta cutting here to tap the board means that it's usually a pretty telltale sign that Mineta's going to keep going.
Yeah.
It's also a throw, so it dealt.
Yeah, good position for Mineta, especially if we keep rocking it, especially because it's gonna be on a 4 now because we. Oh, I guess it's not. Just kidding. Lol.
What?
We for sure get to first villain encounters this one though, right? Give it a little extra, a little bit of stats.
Is there a
that it
reason
doesn't count? Well, so our next move we're gonna check in for our next move anyways.
Go ahead and give it the -3.
Giving it -3 is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my whole life. We have a plus ultra in our hand. It's gonna be 0 speed anyways. That is.
Listen here.
What a
They know something we don't.
A 5-head strat.
Yeah.
Response. Give
Ooh,
your move
you ready?
stun 1.
You ready?
What?
Is it to bait Mineta to use rescue completed to tap more cards?
Damn. All right. Okay, so there's the 6th head level. It's too many levels, Barrett. I can't handle it. I'm 2 drinks in. I can't handle all these levels.
No, hold on. I'm being real serious, actually. So I know Nilla's a newer player, correct?
Yeah.
But like genuinely though, right now, I don't think she plans on blocking this at all. Actually,
Commit for -3
to make your
speed?
opponent commit
For,
to
with a
make
character?
your. I mean, maybe no, but I'm saying like yeah, you get to use all your speed hate to make your opponent use resources.
Huh.
Because
That's interesting.
because the plus ultra is free.
Free asterisks, yeah. At the moment, if we
I-
check a
it's
3,
free.
we can pass it. But if we commit any more cards,
Right.
it's over.
Right, but if
no
we
longer.
only get more cards by blocking, because
Right.
Mineta will make us commit.
The 2 high right now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Huh.
What a mad no way. There's no way, right? Come on, make me look smart. Don't block it. Just bait the resources.
Make me look smart.
Make me look good.
I love that. That's so funny.
You got 30 life. Eat it.
Eat it. Eat my sticky balls.
No! On a 6.
5, 6. 6, 8, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right.
All this
okay,
has
well,
done
I
is made both tongue lash and sticky ball toss tackle +1.
the strongest they can be.
Yeah.
So so here's the play now, right? You know your opponent has no cards left. So in a world where you can pass all these attacks, you go sticky balls, the throw into tongue whip because or I guess no, it doesn't matter. I don't know why I thought the throw shoved 2 in, but it makes your opponent tap 2.
Correct. Yeah. But this could be a pretty hefty turn if we opt to use the creepy realization, right? Because it's going to be +3/+3 +4.
Yeah. So it's
this
we're
is
shoving 1 in here.
+8 damage on a move for tapping one card.
The next attack is incredibly difficult to play and keep creepy realization up and still have a good. Like, it's still not lethal, right?
Right. I mean, this feels good. We'll hold a mid and a high, and build our last foundation on a 5. Even if we check a 3, we can commit commit creepy, commit rescue completed, or even self assured. It's like still catch our block zones. Feel fine about it.
I think you just commit to Mineta.
Kyle Wright will never commit Mineta.
That's fine. Okay. Yep.
I just returning to opponent speed doesn't matter in this matchup, right?
He cares about block, burn 1, tap 1. That's what he cares about.
Oh, okay.
He wants that so bad.
Yeah. A lot of
So
things
whittled Ochaco down to 17. I think it's a really good trade there.
If I was playing on
And now it's just about playing defense. Did opt to not build the foundation.
It's all good. Everybody starts something.
Yeah, I think that's technically a mistake. I don't see how through Mineta and Creepy how we do 25. I don't see it, but we do have 1,000 resources ready. So I mean, it's a big maybe. I'm seeing a lot of Bakugo cards in this Ochaco 2 deck that I don't necessarily agree with.
I don't know what the far left one is. I have no idea.
It says if your next attack is mid, it gets +3 speed.
I'll play this on a 5.
Okay.
It checks responses.
Which is cute. Very cute. Give anything +5 speed, but like you look at your hand right now, and you see that card, and then you see
High.
yeah, and so like the combo that you get to play there is like if this move hits, right?
You get to play it again.
You get to play it again, and it's got plus
and then the next
more
thing
speed.
gets +6.
And if they didn't
Or-
block it the first time, what makes you think giving it +3 speed is like impactful, right? They're not
Yeah.
gonna be like, dang, if only it had 2 or 3 extra speed, then I would block it.
And responses.
It just
I think I have yet to find what we want to do with all the snap momentum as well. Like,
we're playing
There's a-
Nitro Explosion, right?
okay.
We're playing a Fury. Oh, you know what it is? We got Fury ranges coming in, right? I bet that card is a ranged. Yeah, Monster Blast is a range. So here's the play. You ready? We Nitro Explosion Ignition into our card pool. We hit with a thing that's a ranged. We pick it up with Ochaco, steal a momentum. We play it again, right? And then we use these 0 gravity lifts to take our cards and our ranged, or excuse me, our Fury cards and jam them in our momentum, and then continue playing from there.
What are we giving powerful to?
I mean, a throw is cool to give powerful to.
Then
Oh,
I'll
it just says your attack.
Yeah, it certainly does. Yeah, so there's a line. So we now on turn 3, turn 4 have found the kill condition of the deck, right?
Right.
So like imagine from here if we had the ability to like steal an extra momentum from this and then play another attack, and then we could play the point blank incineration, hit with it, lift it back up, play it again, it gets an extra 3 speed, and then we give it powerful. That seems neat. That seems interesting. But I think it's it's trying to combo a bit
nitros
too
are out.
hard for a 5-hand size character.
Yeah, it's very combo heavy. And it's different, like, if you're trying to play, like Wombo Combo Ochaco.
Mm-hmm.
Because Ochaco can find those pieces with the snap momentum, with things like Go Beyond. Maybe that's what this deck might need then if it wants to go, like, for this kind of combo play, is
Ooh.
actually play Go Beyond, because
like
it turns
that.
this snap momentum that you're... I mean, I play Go Beyond in my Ochaco list, because that's exactly what the card does. Ochaco gets momentum for free. Go Beyond says pick up any attack with 1 momentum.
Yo, I tried it. I tried it at 2 of in my deck, and I just couldn't do it. If you notice in my
It's
list, I
just-
just didn't have it. I just
Yeah.
don't think I'm a gamer enough.
The enhance would take.
I'm just not a good enough gamer to
I
play
just,
Go
I mean,
Beyond.
I'm okay with lower attack counts, and I just treat it as another attack, right? Because it has a 3 check
Right.
Yes.
and a terrible block.
I guess I just play 22 attacks in my 66 card deck and just like let it rock.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. So, but it means that you have the more options in your deck than mine.
That's what I
Right.
meant,
So.
pretty sure.
Go Beyond just says
Okay, but for my
pick
first
up whatever
one,
I need right now.
speed.
it's meant to speed up the games. That's all it does.
I mean, this is 100 speed for 3 damage, right? Like, it feels really terrible blocking this, which is just getting Mineta into more of a danger zone. But I don't see this as a kill turn, which means we do have to
It's not.
survive another turn back.
At 17, we already know, and that's just it. Like, these attacks aren't threatening enough for Mineta to feel like they have to block with the 2 attacks in their hand.
Correct. And one of those attacks happens to be a throw, and so, like, I mean, Sticky Balls into the throw is, like, +3 damage on the throw, which means it's a guaranteed 3 because it starts at 3. Yo, have you played that throw in Zhanghua?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's messed up, dude.
Yeah, it's a 3 base damage throw. It's so you have that, and you have Swallow Your Soul, and 1 generates momentum, and 1 taps down your opponent's board while you're tapping down their board.
Yeah,
That's actually why I chose to build that deck,
yeah, fucked up.
is because it's that, and Water got more defensive tools, which is exactly what Zhanghua needs, and Stun is more relevant because Sense of Morals and Protecting the Protector got hit. So it's just a bunch of small pieces bumped up that deck a ton. And windmilling punching on your opponent's turn is always really good.
Right.
And this dealt damage, so it goes to my momentum.
All right, so we are going into our turn with 4 momentum, which seems cool, but the thing is like, what are we actually going to spend it on as our 5-hander? If we look in our discard pile, I'm
The
sitting
turbo, right?
here
It's just turbo.
trying to search. It's just turbo. I guess we have Blast Rush Turbo. We've got Plus Ultra. We've got
At least it didn't overdraw.
Ignition.
So
Maybe that's
so
enough
here-
momentum outs, right?
Yeah. I mean, like they exist. I mean, it's the thing about like Bakugo, right? Like, is Bakugo? Do you take momentum?
Yeah, 2. You take 2 total, and then
Yeah,
you,
2
you
total.
you get rid of the rest.
That's all you really. Yeah, that's all you really need because then other than that, you want them in your discard pile or you want them like or you're kicking them, right?
Right.
So this just seems to be getting all this momentum to give something powerful if we see the combo pieces. So here we're finding a dilemma for Kyle, or sorry, I guess Morenetta's deck is the 3 attacks we drew, like they threaten lethal if Ochaco opts to block nothing. But that's not realistic.
Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 foundations. Interesting. So here's the line. If you were like, all right, Tam, here's your dual puzzle. You have to kill this turn. You play the Eat My Sticky Balls, and you just like let that one rock, right? And maybe even you play the first villain encounter, and then you play the throw, and then either way they have a card in their card pool, and then you plus ultra that move, right? So it's a 10 base damage throw, 10, 11, 12 off of Mineta, and so at minimum it's going to do 6. And then from there, hopefully they have blocked 2 things, and we get to Sticky Ball Toss Tackle. And then we also Creepy Realization.
That doesn't add up to. I don't know if that adds up to a 17 still.
It depends on what block zones Ochaco has, but like she guaranteed gets to block 1 thing, and 2 of them being throws. We have to just hope that they don't fully block the Eat My Sticky Balls, because that would do. I have to actually get a calculator to do math. So if Eat My Sticky Balls hits the partial, it's 2 plus.
It will hit the partial because there's no high block in here.
Plus, there's 3, 4, 5.
I don't think it's there.
6.
I think it's futile.
You're
You're wasting your time.
So if we, you're wasting your time.
It's not lethal.
If we were fighting against Mineta, it does exactly 11, but that line does. If Sticky Ball if everything gets blocked, it does 11.
Yeah, we're at 17.
Yeah. Hey, good point. I hadn't thought about that.
And we also opened with the first throw. So
Yep. I guess tape is our answer, huh? Just like from here, we build tape, build creepy pass.
yeah,
Hold 3 blocks, 2 mids and a high. Let it rock.
yeah, probably. I mean, again, you're against a 5-hander. Just hope they don't draw.
Yeah. And even if they do, like we guarantee gets to block 1 thing, right? The only thing we don't get to auto block is the throw, and then in which
I wonder
case,
if this is the bait though. She did opt to not block this.
that's because she has 1,000 foundations.
Yeah,
Like if we had plus ultra this, obviously this gets blocked, but it does what, 5 damage?
and taps 2, right?
Yeah. And the tap 2 doesn't even matter because we got
Or
double
tap
requesting
1,
assistance.
tap 1.
Yeah, it's stun 1 as well. Like so. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm actually wondering if in your line then we actually lead with the Mineta throw, because that card says if it's not blocked, your opponent has to commit to.
We've got double requesting, dude. Like we're fine. We're fine. We're over here big chilling.
Okay, it looks like it is that play.
You're crazy if you don't play this creepy.
Wow.
Wowzers. Keep your momentum.
Then I will go ahead and
Keep your momentum, question mark. Do you play 2
Yeah.
checks?
one and draw 4.
Are you playing tape swing?
Probably. With this lineup, probably.
We haven't
haven't seen it.
seen one where it's 19 cards
Oof.
in,
Oof.
right? Hey, look, we're a 5-hand size character
Yep.
with no on-face draw. It is how it is. It be how it be.
This is exactly why I don't think she's that good.
Yeah, man. If we were playing Ochaco 1, we'd have 3 attacks right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have an extra one too, because we have them in our momentum.
Mm-hmm.
I'll play this on a 5.
We're going?
It checks responses.
Yeah, maybe she's a. I mean, she. So looking at from Kyle's perspective, right? This is a 5 mid for 5. right? 5 mid for 6, excuse me, with stun 1.
Stun 1.
And so, like, with 4 extra cards in hand, obviously this is a lead-in attack, right? This is an attack that does not kill anybody. And so we're just going to hit you with it, pick it up, and then jam it down again. Or even hit you with it, put you to 5, pick it up, and then pass, right? We could actually play this move, hit him, pick it up. We've played our form as a turn, and I'll go in with my turn with 5 cards in my hand, block out what I need to, and then hopefully draw a kill turn. -2 speed, gonna block with a creepy. Okay.
Mid-attack against +3 speed.
Man, okay, here's my thoughts. Okay, you like long-lasting explosion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you do... So, I see the line, right? The line is you play this into long-lasting explosion because it doesn't absorb the 3 speed.
Hell yeah.
And then whatever you play gets like, if you play a mid after that, it just gets supercharged, right?
Right. Well, long lasting is a mid. It's a 5 mid for 6.
Oh, those are high.
Nope.
Awkward.
5 mid. Yeah, it is a card that gets instantly sided out versus Eraserhead. Crazy how he blocks that and Breaker ones me and I cry.
Well, why does this just feel like a worse?
Go ahead, finish your statement.
It doesn't even. No, it's not. It's worse long-lasting explosion then, right?
Let me tell you why it feels like a worse long-lasting explosion, Barrett.
Okay.
That's because it is. That's because it is not a good card.
Here's my next thing too. It says if the next attack you play this turn is a mid attack, which means if you play a low or a high, you actually lose the speed.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But when it works, dude. It's a 5 mid. +5 mid. Crazy. Man, that is the sickest plus ultra bait I've ever seen in my whole life. Yeah, I don't think we were supposed to build any foundations there, actually.
Yeah, we're too low.
We are at 12 health and we get the block twice.
Yeah, Mineta also could draw nothing. Yeah, it drew nothing. What a game. Okay, damn. I see you.
So I have a wireless mouse, right?
Yeah.
And I have a very wooden, thick desk. So sometimes I can't play first-person shooters because my mouse will just like stop talking to my PC randomly. Yeah. And so I stopped halfway my Cardwell because my mouse just lost signal. And so I look like a total doucher. As opposed to just like being annoying and like lol, but I was just like stood there spinning.
While you were spinning it. Yeah. Well, so Tam, I don't know if you know this, but so mouse pads, right?
Yeah.
They exist, and you know what are also counted as mouse pads?
Yeah.
Mats.
Dude, I'm playing on one. It's literally the thickness of the desk interferes with the signal from my little chippy guy. On the
USB?
Yeah.
The dongle?
The dongle, right. Big fan of the dongles here. One's in chat if you're a big fan of dongles.
He's going to grape you in the mouth. Yeah, probably not. He's definitely not playing Grape Rush.
Yeah, that is true. We do have capabilities, which is like another cool card. There is no reason.
That's definitely like a momentum use card, so I like it. We also get to ready it because of requesting assistance, so it is not just a once per turn.
Ooh, that's neato. We play no other cards because we might die. Mineta literally played one past, so we
Leighton spot. You can play Leighton, right?
It's a high. Like what highs? I mean that stops eat my sticky balls, right? Like that stops 4 damage.
I think it's more like you could we fish for newer blocks.
This is so funny. These are some classic Tam stream hands right here. Yeah, for sure. Where nobody can kill anybody and I have to sit here and suffer. Yeah.
All right, so we've gained +1 attack on the Mineta side. Is
Build
that enough
one
for lethal?
pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We go to 9. I'm into it. We don't have tape. Just kidding. We opted to not keep tape.
The Ochaco is in deadlock though. Playing against a very scary deadlock card.
Yeah, actually, this might be game then if we are in deadlock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Yeah. We are.
We do have release, so like both won't get used, right?
Oh,
I mean, well,
you're right. You're right.
Speed this up by is
like it's a good bait.
by
I'm totally down, but it's definitely like I don't know.
Is that Chris Bromley I see?
That is the one and only number
It-
2 pro hero.
They need to mute me.
Oh,
You
okay.
heard him.
Oh, we need to mute Chris. I guess.
Hi, sorry. Please mute me.
Chris.
Quick, Chris, tell them what's in their hands. Quick.
It's for Trinity Geyser.
Oh no, that's a very
No,
dead Ochaco.
No, we told Kyle he couldn't play standard.
True. I'm not over here trying to kill my stream. You came in at some of the most riveting gameplay that we have ever seen in our entire lives.
Draw
both-
orange pass.
Play one pass. It's rad.
Oh, my favorite tier
Yeah.
of gameplay.
Yeah.
When you play into fucking Mineta and don't want to die.
There we
You
go.
just burn them to death. Honestly, that's my favorite shit.
I'm no longer a deadlock.
Bro, don't be just be in deadlock. Just like be in
No,
deadlock.
definitely playing against first villain encounter over here.
Yeah, second half, put 2 cards in your card pool, idiot.
Yeah.
Not only first villain encounter, but also observant student goes and
Oh, yeah,
finds
and observant.
the tongue lashing, tongue whip, tongue.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's how I die to Jose every time, man.
Taint
It's actually a
thrashing.
fucked up
How
joke.
does Mineta get a card to leave?
He has actually amphibious ambush in hand.
Oh yeah, he does have ambush.
We
in hand.
drew it.
Oh, Jose told me to say Come.
Or you start passing in hands.
We love that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll
Wait, where are we going?
this to name an attack.
no, like oh yeah, you're right. I'm here. So
We found another block, another cool card to put in our card pool.
And
Tight.
then-
it sure is gonna go in the
yeah,
card.
So it is a
How did we get that?
We flip destined. Yeah.
Oh.
Named attack. Found my favorite card.
Because she sure does have a lot of momentum.
All right. Well, we definitely just block. Okay, we take the half here, I guess.
So 4. So on a 2.
I feel like I would just want to take it all, you know? Give me the whole thing.
I think
Oh,
she's trying to
my
use
card
your
pool.
pro strategy of burning Mineta with their own ability,
Oh.
whittle them down.
Yeah, we do love
What?
that.
I like that. I like
mean,
that strat.
And Kyle loves using that ability, so
Surprised we didn't do it here, but I mean, we do have 1,000
It's just-
foundations on
Yeah, it's
Ochaco's
just
side.
10 foundations. At that point, you're probably just like, I'm not planning on poking too hard, so.
well, it's very surprising that we even played this attack, to be honest.
So is Amphibious in this deck only because ambush is in there to clear the card pool, quote unquote?
I think it's an
Ochaco?
extender. No, right here. Amphibious Ampus and Mineta, I think is what we're talking about.
Maybe.
I don't like it,
Maybe.
Any responses?
being honest.
I mean,
That's all I got.
it adds another card, right?
Yeah, but it relies on a specific combo, right? Like I definitely have seen the Gospel of Amphibious plus
Yeah, I'll go ahead and
requesting assistance or whatever that Denki card is.
Oh, I
I'm
mean,
bored,
I think the real gospel is like the real play is you do under life, you do meteor shower into that, and then it shoves the meteor shower into momentum. But
Yeah.
but
No,
yeah,
I-
in this deck, everything's already ranged except for sticky ball toss tackle,
Yeah,
right?
I get it, but you're still at 6s in your reply. You can only activate it if you've done that specific thing, right? This is I'm nitpicking, dude.
Yeah,
I'm just,
Oh, into my stage. Oh,
I'm just nitpicking.
Yo, she tried to put it into her card pool? That'd have been nuts. Hey, build one up and stuff one in your card pool. Kid absolutely mollywopped.
Mineta's like, yes, please.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
All right,
You
so
can't do
let's
that. Can't do that. Can't do that. Says that hasn't been ready.
It hasn't been ready.
It
Specialist
has.
is on?
It
Yeah,
definitely
she's
has.
for sure readied it.
Wait, what? How?
She
This is
the
only
other
the
one?
second attack.
Why are they pinging me?
Yeah.
I had a second.
Yeah, that card probably said once you can that has not been readied on it. Would be my guess. That has not been readied. Yeah, so you can't ready it twice.
Yeah, yes.
I'm just wondering
Sorry
because
about that,
wait, was it
sorry,
already
sorry.
committed?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we committed on the first stack. and
Yeah,
so
she
we can
committed on
lock
the
it.
first deck, and then she readied it on that one.
I enhanced.
Well, then it hasn't been ready twice.
It certainly.
It has been
Barrett?
ready.
So it doesn't come in with a -3 speed.
This
Wait,
combat
She
wait,
played it
read it.
on the Eat My Ski Balls, and then she readied
Oh, and
it,
then ready it?
and then readied it, and
Oh.
then just used it again on Amphibious, and then
Oh, okay,
attempted
okay.
to ready it again.
Let's see.
And then
We're
Chris Bromley called her a
sobering up.
cheater.
Back off.
I called her a huge nitty mini cheater.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
That's the important part.
It's okay. We're gonna save the requesting assistance for the second use of capabilities.
True.
I like that she didn't high block the sticky balls actually there. She
it
only
is-
had one in her hand.
Yeah, with the latent. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's-
it's a good play because like this one's gonna hit harder because now we have cards in the card pool and
Mhm.
the sticky balls does not. So, but it's still opting to take as minimal damage as possible.
Yeah, that is like an underrated play, honestly. Just like,
Fuck you.
yes, fuck you. But like, partial blocking something to make them to give them the confidence that you don't have the right block zone this turn.
Yeah, as well. Yeah.
Especially if
bait.
you got an overload turn. Sometimes you get people to commit to a turn that they perhaps should not have.
It's more still interesting to me on why we're even still attacking this turn to begin with, but
I think
He's just feeling it out.
Kyle's just trying to get the job done, right? Like this is gonna be okay. Let's look at the throw, right? It's gonna get +2 damage from first villains. It's gonna get +3 damage from creepy. It's gonna get +3 damage from itself. So this is a 4 speed move with rescue completed for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right?
That's not 20. That's not 20.
It's not 20, but like maybe if my opponent plays badly, we could possibly get there. And then I've got two blocks in my hand as well as plus ultra to keep me alive. And
Sure.
my
you
face
could plus ultra your 3 damage attack, I guess.
Oh no.
You could.
Yeah, unfortunately, Kyle didn't start the turn with his deadlock enhance, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah. It would be very different then
Yeah.
because we have 5 cards in the card pool, right?
that would be actually close to lethal. Not quite, but close.
Well, it would have been
2 more
lethal
cards.
because we would have had 2 extra cards on each of these blocks, right? Like we'd had 4 extra cards committed here.
With 2 release and on board, I think you're.
But you can pick the releases to debuild, right?
No, no. My
Nah.
opponent gets
Oh,
to pick.
they get to pick?
Yeah.
They picked.
The
So
cards-
it's
This is
just-
worse.
cards-
Pure heart. This is terrible.
Did you mean?
Well-
Did you say the word fair? Did you say the word possibly fair? Pure of heart.
Listen, pure heart is a necessary evil.
No, that
Without
deadlock is insane.
What? Pure heart doesn't have deadlock.
No, I'm talking about the deadlock on that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's
we
really
are
good.
going
But I'm
for it.
saying,
Damn. He says,
Oh my God.
let's go."
He says I'm in.
we're in.
Supposed to
We're
discard
tackling you.
first, technically, Kyle, for when you review this video later.
You son
You
of a
have-
bitch.
Okay, I didn't realize we invited Mr. Rule Shark over here.
I mean, so it matters for when, because you might fail it, right?
True.
Yeah.
Sequence, it's and just in like, oh man, like Power of the Abyss, what a card,
Oh,
stuff like that. But this isn't lethal. Like she can certainly block. She's got phase +2 releases.
Yeah, she like the thing about Ochaco too is like everybody like is in such high praise of Specialist of Sound. Dude, she starts the game with Specialist of Sound. It's sick. Enhance commit -3 speed. That's dope.
Yeah,
certainly played,
That's
at
rad.
the cost of only having 5 cards in your hand. That sounds
Yeah, man.
amazing.
I played against an Ochaco too, and like when you're not drawing attacks, that character's fucked up. Like I spent actually 3 games drawing 2 attacks a turn as Denki, and then as Ida, and then as Denki again. And like I like mopped her ass with Ida, right?
Right.
But the problem was I cited in engine rushes because I was like, this is a 5-hander. She's not blocking engine rushes, but she opened 2 Specialists of Sound.
Oh no.
So I was like, I can't because I was planning on just skipping her enhance, right? You just go give it 3 speed and the enhance catch your 8 mid 5, right? Because the strength of her character is that she actually can absorb blocks
Right.
or pokes. So I thought I could get around that, but she just actually opened 2 Specialists of Sound and I had no other, so I had to do some weird shit. But like when you're just drawing like a single poke every turn, it's no fun. Because
Right.
like
She has the ones per turn minus.
I don't even like the way people are playing her. Like people are playing like the 0-3 difficulty
Mhm.
attack. That's just like it's like replace itself twice, right? It's
Right.
3 damage, it's 6 damage, and you get to draw 2 cards, right? So it's like good cycle and stuff like that, but you're not like advancing any sort of board state. And then if somebody decides to block it, you're like, oh.
Yeah, it feels
You know?
really good on turn 2. Like
It feels-
really good on turn 2.
I'm sure
Turn
it feels
3
good
afterwards, like
but,
it's
like,
a little sus.
as a 5-hander. Playing 4 of a 2-check 3 damage attack that you cannot buff the damage of at any point is just like asking for bad turns, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm honestly kind of seeing the same fault in this version, right? We're using a lot of Bakugo support in here, and
Yeah.
it's like
You need the string.
we have all this momentum, but it's like we don't have Nitro, and so what do we do with it?
Yeah. That's the problem with the character, is that she's completely dependent on your opponent being inept, in my opinion. Right?
A character only as good as how bad your opponent is.
Yeah. I mean, like, I lost to Chris Smith. Chris Smith's a great player. But like I was playing a combo deck and I didn't draw any Super Bursts.
Well, I mean, it's Chris Smith. I don't know.
He came out of retirement just to whip your ass, Chris.
He did. He came and fucked me. He went 3-0. He went 3-0, dude. Yeah. No, but actually, if you can go watch the thing, I was losing my mind. I was like, dude, where
I've
are
got mad respect for that guy. I used to be on his YouTube channel for
No,
like a year. Over a
That's
year,
true.
I was on his YouTube
That is very
channel.
true. I missed those videos, man. Chris Smith's
I
my
wear
favorite.
that Rockford CCG shirt all the time when I go to bed.
I love Chris Smith, unironically.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I love him to death.
He's on my set. I got a Rockford CCG deck box that sits on my
But
set
you know
the whole
what?
time.
You know, it's funny that we bring that up though, because I actually like Ochaco 2 to me reminds me of like old UFS characters.
Sure.
Go
She
on.
doesn't have that energy. She has extreme old at UFS energy.
Like
guys. I'll
it's
admit
just
that.
the repeatable speed given.
We just drew 44 cards.
What did just happen?
Let me just shuffle the deck. Okay. Sorry.
500 no more. Agreed on the Nation Gaming.
I like
What
her
just
little
happened?
giggle, right? She's like, sorry, hee hee. Oops.
Oh my god. Is Dinky like order only? Kind of feels like it. No, I don't think
Yeah.
so.
I got a sick chaos deck.
I will.
Damn.
And you can
know,
do-
I liked her hand way better when she had 44 cards in it.
Yeah, it's certainly looking more relevant. That's for sure.
So here's the dilemma, right? We only have mid blocks, and the only attack we have is a mid.
Yeah. I mean,
But we
you
get the
gotta-
capabilities in, right? Twice?
You gotta sling
Once.
it, right?
Oh, what happened to our requesting assistance?
She used it to ready a thing.
How much health are you at? 9?
Yeah. So it could kill, right?
No shot.
If we
We have
don't,
Mineta.
there's
As soon as it
no
gets scary, it
shot.
goes back to printed. He says, absolutely not.
I'm just
Absolutely not,
saying.
young man.
You could kill, you know? I'm just saying, you could kill. I mean, no, honestly, you just build wall cling pass. Build wall cling and your Dinky 2 diff and pass.
Yeah, shock treatment.
Depending on
No,
unless you don't
see
have any more
orange,
mid
play
mid
orange.
decks.
Obviously.
Oh my bad.
See orange, play
Oh,
orange.
my bad. Where have you been, Bromley? This has actually been the last few turns.
My bad, dude.
Let's get a couple playmats out, huh? First TamCardwell official merch. Playmat just says see orange, play orange. That sounds like a sick shirt to me.
That shit
Citrus.
works, dude.
You can put your orange emote on there, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, this just feels awkward. Because, like,
Yeah.
now Mineta has to draw into brand new attacks. Like, all those attacks that we slung in that last turn were the ones that we were holding on to for 3 turns.
There are not many attacks left in the deck, though, right? This is still game one.
This is definitely
Yes.
still game 1.
We've only
let's
been
see.
playing for 43 minutes.
It's a game one and done for sure, boys.
12, 13, 14 across the board. There's 13 left in the Mineta deck. Like, there's definitely still some existing.
Somebody mentioned in the My Hero, maybe it was the regular universe Discord. Somebody was talking about like a commander style like one of deck in My Hero, and I was like, you couldn't do that with a symbol, right? But
It
then
is-
I thought,
Only possible with the
if you just open up the
starter deck
symbols,
symbols.
well, no. You just open the symbols, Tamron.
You open the symbols? What do you mean?
You just don't require symbol chaining.
Oh, that's
Think of
unheard
how
of.
insane. Imagine
Wait,
how
so we break
crazy
the
that format would
rules?
be. Yeah, break the rules. Fuck it.
That's illegal.
How nuts would that be, dude?
To not symbol chain in My Hero?
Yeah, just no symbols. You can only put one of each card, right, in your deck, and it's still 50
Hmm.
cards, right? So you get your regular ratio, but you get to like sling together really cool, kooky combos.
Are
Well, yeah,
you?
I-
does the card pool
unwavering
require
smash.
symbol chaining or no? You just like ignore symbol chaining at all?
No, you just
Oh,
ignore symbol chain.
You can play
Symbols are
any
not a
card in the
thing anymore.
game.
Any card in any deck.
Huh. I like
Oh,
Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh's a fun game. Let's play some Yu-Gi-Oh, man. There's a bunch of stuff that's
I
not
like
supposed
to
to work
put-
together.
I like to put kaiju's in my with a trap tricks
Wait.
with the effect Veiler and a bunch of other crap in my deck
We didn't
while
block?
I bring out my red eyes. We didn't
Oh,
block.
we failed the block.
Wait, what?
We failed the block? What happened here, fellas?
How fast was it?
Speed.
It comes in with damage too now.
I mean,
You
that doesn't
thought it
matter.
was
They're
big
at 3.
before.
So wait,
Two
I
speed
mean,
from my character, enhance
Yeah.
this attack is plus 2 speed, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. And it came in with.
Plus 3 damage, because it's a mid attack.
wait, hold on. Okay, how did we fail it?
Yeah, that is a great question. Because it looks like we checked a 4.
It was on a,
On a
7.
5.
He might have just said,
It's
I
on
don't
an
want to play
8.
the next
10?
one.
It was on a 10, right? Because it gets plus 2 speed. On a 10, checks a
Except-
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we only had 8. We had to check a 6. What is going on here?
That's why I passed.
So here's the folly, right? Is that he might have just been like, I want to be able to block the next one, but the next one is just the same one, right?
Commit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but so the thing is that the block is still on a 10.
We'll get
Yeah,
And
you only
even
got-
if even if we were met when okay, so here's the problem, right? Even if we were
No. No, Nil, no. You wait. This is lethal,
no,
dude.
you can't wait. You can't wait. He puts it back to printed and then.
Oh, and then it says he
Goes
can't
about
get the bonus.
Yeah.
Dang.
So this way, at least this way, he dies on partial, even though he died on partial anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reduce it to printed speed.
Yeah, you know that Linoco guy?
Yeah.
I played Linoco. He was playing Mineta, and he reduced the speed to 0. Totally big cheater, that Linoco guy.
Reduce the speed to 0? What do you mean?
With Mineta, we just didn't read the character properly. I thought it, yeah, because I remember in the playtest way back when, right, when he was like a sandwich or something like that, right? He
make
definitely-
it speed 0 and it
Yeah.
can't receive any speed bonuses.
It didn't have that bit.
Sandwich.
Yeah.
It was a stand. Public playtest at its
I mean,
finest.
Yeah, I mean,
Remember when Eraserhead was a fridge?
yeah, no,
Oh,
fridge was for sure.
Shigaraki.
Shigaraki.
Oh, was it
yeah.
Shigaraki? Oh, who am I
Yeah.
thinking of?
I know that because
Oh, PB and J. It was PB and J. Yeah, that's right. Hey, we passed
Mineta
that
was a
one.
Sandwich. Oh, hey, yo, fan art of Mineta as a sandwich.
The horniest sandwich of all time. That sandwich is here to
Crying,
fuck.
that guy-
The sandwich has to have balls in it still, though.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's covered in olives, uncut olives.
Oh, wow.
So, you would normally think the game's over because Mineta has 0 cards in hand.
However,
But boy.
However, let me show you a bunch of foundations, my
Yeah.
guy.
Conrad's like, just show me the card, dude. No, I'll build 2 pass.
Probably dead next turn.
You for sure build the wall cling and not specialist of sound.
Have to build a wall cling.
Yeah, your opponent just showed you a fucking throw, right?
Yeah.
You're at 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, but unfortunately, you need way more than 3 blocks too. I wouldn't have built the specialist of sound. That's also her only high block. You know, he's got to draw it.
True.
I think though he will. Like there's 13 cards left in Mineta's deck.
Nope.
There's only 14 attacks in the
Yeah.
discard pile.
So here's the thing, right? Like
Or
wall
11.
clicking is in the staging area makes your mid block an auto block, right?
Yeah.
For whatever, but yeah, it's rough. This is a tough one. I would build the wall cling.
I think you
would.
have to.
I would not have built the specialist of sound, especially
Agreed.
since my opponent has showed me that they're playing the DLC attack that goes low. So I would want as many of those as possible. Not that it matters. Any attack is lethal, but you know, you go through your opponent's discard pile, you see what they have, and yeah. But yeah, that's pretty crucial.
Well,
That is
if we
4 attacks.
Oh,
2 of which are
that-
throws.
2 or throws, yeah.
Okay,
That's
let's
it.
go to game 2.
Stop it.
Hmm?
Can you stop the 3 damage?
He says,
Uh,
I'm begging. We've been playing for 50 minutes. Please go to game 2.
Yeah. So we go.
Move on to the next game, I assume.
Yep.
All
So
right.
this,
What a game 1.
What a game 1.
Make a swift recovery, Kyle.
Hope you already ran your ad break because that was like an hour.
Yeah.
Resident sleeper.
Fucking resident sleeper, these kiddos. They're doing their best.
All right, I have to pee. So you guys, have fun in game 2, I guess.
You made him giggle too much. He
I'll
broke
be
the
50
seal
minutes,
already,
I'll be back.
Bromley.
We just upped his metabolism, baby.
Yeah, it did take a while.
How you doing, Barrett?
I'm good, man. How was your stream the other day?
Oh, dude, it was fun. Almost
You
went
had
for an
a
hour.
what? You had like a round table, right?
Yeah, I just brought Jose, Phil, and Goose in because a lot of people were preoccupied.
The point is, we won.
Like
Like
Barrett
me?
Bryant.
Yeah, like me.
Barrett Bryant.
I'm always down. Like I said, I'm the what is it? I'm the nomad of Universus content. I just like
Oh,
going
for sure.
on.
When
I
are we
was like
getting
going
another?
and-
When are we getting a Universus Studios episode, dude?
It's whenever Mark and I can sit down and get stuff done.
Right.
And I thought, and I thought when Mark and I, because Mark and I have the same job, we just work in different locations.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that would make it better scheduling wise,
It's
but
not.
it's definitely not.
That's
So
Well, I
Um,
also like whenever I talk to Mark, he's like thinking about standard. Does he like My
He-
Hero?
as far as I'm aware, he doesn't really enjoy standard. Obviously, like he has standard built,
Right.
but he was even like, hey, I've got all these My Hero cards I'm offloading. Because I've already got what I need to make the deck that I want. And I said, yeah, that's fair, man. I said, offload
Yeah.
all those cards. I don't mind. Like I've already made my profit off of the set.
Right.
But yeah, he's definitely like, that Bison deck was what he's been working on for like months.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, when he wants to make a video, it's usually standard related, and not that I don't mind doing standard content, but it's just not the focus right now, and it's not going to be the focus probably for the next year. So
Yeah.
it's just rough because
Yeah.
like
I
you
mean,
get these.
I'm with him, man. Like the boy
Like-
spent 2 years just like coming out of the fucking
Dominating
hills,
it. Yeah, dominating it.
destroying
Yeah.
shit, right? And every time he did, they banned his deck, right? And like that's partly Mark's fault because he refuses to play anything but the most broken thing that
Yeah.
he can possibly find. But like lots of people do that, they're just not as successful as him.
Yeah, and it's just this big change where, obviously, there's this big marketing shift. Like we have the this MHA license here. It's it's not necessarily like a rebrand because like the Universes thing happened already, but it's
Right.
more so of just like it's a new era, right? And if they don't take it seriously and put all this focus into it, they're gonna lose all these people that are interested in it.
Yeah.
So they're making the right play. Like I've gone through so many dead card games or card games that have died because they weren't focused the way they were supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I mean, don't get me wrong, they're Jaska's doing their very best through all this COVID and everything as well, still trying to get this tournament going, the tournament formats going,
Yeah,
and
get the OP kits going and all that.
yeah,
jazz.
get people wanting to play it competitively so that they have a reason to keep buying product.
Yeah.
But like obviously, I mean, the world situation is constantly screwing them over, and I totally sympathize with them. But at the same time, they are also leaving standard behind for the time being until they have a good threshold and this good hold on to the My Hero situation.
Yeah.
It's just that's also going to leave a lot of people kind of feeling left behind, and I just think Mark kind of feels that way. Because the My Hero format is very restrictive, right? There's not a lot yet. We're not really there card pool wise, and so
Right.
you see every card multiple times. There's not as intricacies with the other interactions you have with other cards. So like I understand it gets I don't want to say boring, but I'll use the word bland, right?
Sure.
Until new cards get revealed. So like we got the DLC, and then like the DLC level wasn't really kind of up to par already that people are kind of not looking for.
Okay, so I have an analogy for you.
Okay.
There's a concept in like music where you can reduce the amount of notes you get to use, right? There's a very famous guitarist. Oh, goodness. He played with Jet Buck all the time. I forgot this guy's name. Stein something. But he would just play with all the notes, and then he would reduce the amount of notes he had access to, right? To just like give himself restrictions, right? Because it let him to like generate this weird creative thought process, right? My Hero's like that, where it's like because there's so much less stuff, you have to get really creative with how you address threats, in my opinion, right? And like I think that's interesting. It's like an interesting exercise, right?
It's not even like I think the how do you address the threats. I think it's also how do you become a master with the few tools that you have.
Right. Yeah. Your
I think
toolbox is just a hammer.
And I think like you and Tam's finals for the 1K are actually a really good example of that. You took this character, Shoto Todoroki, who most believe to be the worst character in My Hero, built it for a specific purpose because you got sick and tired of playing against Kirishima and coordinated effort.
Correct.
And you ended up playing in the finals Ochaco, who Tam and I have been playing and talking about for months. And Ochaco also came out and overperformed across these other people. Like, I mean, I was saying earlier on stream how like he had to beat Tony in tops just to even get to that finals game, right? And Tony would be the current, right, the most winning MHA character, right?
Right.
If you would say like as a performer. So like here, you two, what I would say is became the masters of the tools that you use and getting really creative on how to counter a specific strategies, which I think is exactly what you did with the Todoroki deck and Tam, slamming Ochaco for months, kind of like me,
Right.
just like taking different iterations over and over and over again. Being really good at reading the format, which are all these tools that we've taken from universes. It's just that we're starting fresh and we're starting at a smaller level, and we will eventually get to what we're used to.
Right.
It's just small scale. Which I agree. I think it's interactive. I also think it's very easy to get new people interested.
Absolutely. Like I saw actually somebody was telling me like, oh, I saw your deck in this Tampa event or like this and that. And I was like, that's sick. I like getting that deck. I don't know about you guys.
Oh, it feels so good.
Yeah, when somebody takes your list card for card. Like it was like when Sean O'Brien showed up for his like Friday locals with my Yoshimitsu deck. I was like, God bless America.
I mean, yeah, for sure. Like
the worst feeling about it, I was at a PTC, right? And I'm playing as Jeddah under the water symbol, like before Death got like schnutty, right? Like as soon as Jeddah came out, like Akuma was like everybody was like
Sure.
on the Akuma train, and I go into top 8, top 4, I'll say top 4 to make myself sound better. I'm in the top 4, and I play against Huitzel, and I like sit down. I'm like, man, this matchup is so crazy. This matchup is so hard for me. Even though there's a four-hander, it's tough because every single one of his moves has a momentum out. And then he beats me. He beats me 2-1, and he shakes my hand and he goes, "Hey, I just wanted to say thank you. This is an exact net deck of the Huitzel deck that you put on your channel a month ago." And I went, "Oh, well, I guess." Well, thanks for that. That makes me feel good, but
That's
terrible,
so
but great, but terrible.
I've never had that like experience before, but I definitely like. I mean, Tam, you used to play Yu-Gi-Oh. I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh. Like it's like net decking is very much a thing, and like these larger card games that don't have this diversity rule that I mean we don't have to go into, but obviously MHA doesn't have diversity, so like that is going to be in an environment that will exist in the future of the card game where eventually people are just going to start playing what are the best decks in the format, and then what are the bullets to that or what are the bullets to that best deck in the format, and then what do the strong players in the game feel confident playing that they think is the best deck in the format, right? So you'll create this eventual environment, but net decking is going to happen.
Yeah.
Because
This game, it's kind of like it's a very like it's a small environment, so things are going to get solved, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Like Kirishima is the thickest offender of that thing. Oh my God, 2 of them.
2 throws.
2 of them.
Oh, here we go again.
He said, "I don't want this. Don't block it. Don't block it. You need attacks. This boy's not blocking next turn."
7, 8. It fails, and I will take 8.
I would have kept that.
Yeah, especially with how cold we've been drawing. Yo, going down to 1 card in hand seems kind of sus against this Ochaco deck, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we're at 27, huh?
It was 27.
All right. Has anybody played the Gale Force Ochaco 2 yet?
No, that's
I've heard about it. But...
That seems like the most fun to me, dude. Just like target, destroy your best thing, catch. Oh no, it's your fucking 5.
I think though, I think for me though, it's like I think I'd rather play like Pillar Swing.
Listen, it's not about rather. It's about it's funny, Barrett.
I think Pillar Swing's funny.
Killer Swing isn't funny. It's not a 2-check 6 diff that says Hail Burn 3.
It's a
If you don't
6
block
diff.
this comes in for 11 next
It's-
time.
It's a 6 diff with stun 2 that speed can't be reduced below printed.
Damage.
Yeah.
Damage can't be reduced below printed or whatever. So you have to block. I'm gonna give it 2 speed. If you don't block it, I get it again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 5 mid for 8, stun 2. If you full block it, goes to my momentum. Seems pretty cool. You know what the best part about those 2 cards are?
What?
They share death.
All right, so hang on. Why do we build requesting assistance and not destined from interim success? Those both have a 2 mid block, right?
Oh yeah, yes.
And
sorry.
one of them does something right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right, in the immediate, in the short term. Well, for one thing, we're dead because we got a plus ultra to great tape toss into a tape toss. But anyway, I also have some criticism for her. She used a request a disinformation success on something that didn't matter. I think you should only use that to clear a check from the top, or if you really need find an
like
attack.
the
right?
fish for something.
Yeah, if you're super need to, she didn't need a fish for an attack there, right? When she used it, and also a lot of the time, I'll use it just because I want to make sure there's a 5 on top. It's a very versatile card. Save that shit. You don't need to use it immediately. Just because you have the button doesn't mean you got to press it. You know?
I always press the button.
Nah, don't press the button, man. These are impermanent resources. So we should be using them as best as we can.
I think what I think is most interesting, I think about the Ochaco list that I'm watching is that we're using a lot of Bakugo support, and then it's that same kind of question that you just asked, Tam. Is well, Bakugo also has death.
Yeah.
I think actually the answer to that is Nil is an incredibly new player, and I believe the only deck that she has ever piloted is
Ochaco 1.
Ochaco 1 under Air. That's the deck that she gave me for the deck doctor, and then that's the deck that we have made, and so she's most comfortable in this symbol, and this is quote unquote branching out for her because it's a different character that's playing a very similar line, but she's playing cards that she's never played before. To my knowledge, right? I don't want to put words in her mouth.
Well, no, it makes sense, right? So I think that's the thing about Howitzer, right? So Howitzer is in this version. So Howitzer is a 6 diff, but it's not a 6 diff if you've destroyed a foundation. Is that correct? Or is if it's somebody left? I can't remember it.
So are we playing Howitzer?
Yeah, it definitely has hit the discard pile.
We are playing Howitzer Impact. Yeah, what a crazy person. Yeah.
So the Howitzer is interesting, right? Because it gets fast by itself. It has high base damage, and then you make it fast again. And
Right.
then if we popped something this turn,
It becomes a 2 diff.
2 diff. I thought it was a 4.
Well, because of Ochaco. If it hits, it gets +2 to your next check, and it gets -2 difficult.
Oh,
right?
okay. So yeah. So the second one you get to go again, and it's fast again, and it has this high base damage. So I like that. I like the idea of it. I'm just wondering, it requires synergies with having to destroy a foundation somewhere else. So we have to build a card that does it.
Yeah.
Whether
Yeah,
it's,
so that's the fatal flaw in this character, in my opinion, is that if you go into her turn with one of each zone, she's going to have to deal with getting
blocked on everything.
Yeah. One thing is getting blocked for sure, and that's the way I feel. Is you just hold one of each zone, and then now she has to have 2 cards in order to do what she wants to be doing. Yeah, it's rough. Well, we didn't plus ultra that one. We're plus ultraing the second one. That's rude.
I mean, it is lethal when we plus ultra it.
Yeah. Rough.
Yeah, I have no way
That's
to
okay.
reduce the
I will
damage.
say I was very surprised because you mentioned that she's very new, and she was like, "Hey, jam some games." So I jammed some games. She's got good fundamentals, you know.
Yeah.
Incredibly good,
Yeah.
which is kind of why she caught my eye when it came to building that Ochaco list. Actually,
Yeah.
I
I
saw
agree, because,
a really good core fundamental Ochaco list, and then went with my knowledge and my past UFS experience, I can take this okay to good list and turn it into something that's kind of special.